Hi, I'm Erica Johnson, and today I have the awesome opportunity to talk to Esmeralda and get to know her a bit more. So, welcome, Esmeralda.
Thank you, Erica.
So, first, tell us where you're from.
I'm from Escondido, California, in the North County, San Diego area, and I currently go to Cal State Long Beach, which is about an hour and a half away.
Before the pandemic, did you commute or were
I
you staying out here?
I was dorming in the beachside dorms, but I did commute. I would go. I would come back home every weekend, so I would just drive back and forth, back and forth. For a while, I was working over there in the Lakewood area, but then I transferred back to my hometown, so I did commute a lot.
Oh, okay. Now, what are you majoring in?
I'm majoring in journalism. I would like to go into Spanish media, hopefully one day work in a Spanish television network.
Oh, nice. And are you a junior or a senior?
I'm currently a senior.
And what are you planning to do with your major right after you graduate?
Right after I graduate, I plan on working for the network here in San Diego, so either NBC Universal or Univision,
Mhm.
since I do want to get into the Spanish media. But if an opportunity presents in English, I would definitely go for it as well. And I'm
Okay.
also interested in radio and podcast. I was interning at 22 West Radio at CSULB, and I loved it. I fell in love with radio. It's something that I didn't really cross my mind, but once I got into it, into the morning show, I really enjoyed it, and it was really fun and something that I really like. So if another opportunity presents in radio, I would definitely go for it as well.
What was it about radio that made you like it?
I feel like just being myself. I love sharing stories, anecdotes that have happened, and just spilling the tea, like I call it. I really like just letting it all out, telling
Mhm.
people like my story times, making it fun. And I mean, it doesn't seem like a job. It just seems like a hobby. Like you're just talking to your friends, especially if you have co-hosts that have the same vibe as you. You're just kind of like all like friends gathering around. It's just with a recorder. People are listening, but I
Yes.
really like it.
Okay. It's always funny because it's like I always feel like journalists they love talking, so they gravitate towards like radio or podcasts because it's fun and it's easy. Um, are there any places that you have on your list, like as far as like industries or companies that you just yearning to work for?
Definitely, I would want to work for NBC Universal because it has a lot of little networks in there, like Telemundo. I hope to work for them one day.
Mhm.
It's an amazing network that I definitely want to work for as a reporter.
Okay. And what do you hope to gain from your career?
I would like to. Well, my main goal is to report on diverse communities and minorities. I really want to report on important issues that are happening in communities.
Mhm.
And for example, right now, well, a little bit before the pandemic, I started reporting on issues that were here in my hometown because I mean, we do have stations in San Diego, but they don't really pay attention to incidents that happen here in my hometown since it's more North County. So I
Right.
just took it into my own hands. I started reporting. I had like me and like a friend, just go out and report on issues. One of my friends, she's a film major, and
Mhm.
she was helping me for a while. We would go out, and she would help me record as well. So we did that for a few times. One of them was about an incident. It was a car accident, a drunk driver that killed a family of four actually.
Mhm.
And I went to the scene. I reported. I interviewed the family members, and it was very like a hands-on experience. And it wasn't like about school. It wasn't a job, but it was just something that I wanted to do. And
Uh-huh.
I shared it on social media, and the video started spreading. And I was like, wow, this is really what I want to do with my career.
Okay. Wow. Wow, that's really interesting.
Yeah.
What's another story that you have that you reported on that really stuck with you?
There's that one. Let's see. Also, I think it was around April, May. I reported on the Latino vote, the importance, and I interviewed a professor at CSULB. I interviewed also two first-time voters, and it was very interesting getting both of their opinions. I interviewed both a male and a female. It was different perspectives. I like choosing, my sources very diverse,
Okay.
and it's very interesting knowing why someone wants to vote, what qualities they're looking for in the person they are voting for. So that's another one that I really like doing, one of my favorites that I've done so far.
Okay. And I just have to ask, what is, just so I can be super sure, what is your ethnic background?
I'm Mexican.
Okay. And how does your family feel about you wanting to be a journalist? What do they say about it?
They're very happy. They're supportive.
Mhm.
They feel very proud every time I show them an interview that I've done, because
Mhm.
I grew up super shy and, just really like to myself. And
Yeah.
now, after taking several classes, speech classes and stuff like that, kind of, let loose. And now I'm a chatterbox, but it kind of came to a surprise to them that I wanted to major in journalism, that I wanted to be on TV. And I'm also the president of NHJ. So being there, I've been able to interview some of my favorite journalists of all time. Like, I think this past month, I interviewed Yarel Ramos,
Mhm.
which was a entertainment host that I had been watching since I was like 12, 13 years old. And
Mhm.
I barely got to interview her a few months ago.
Oh,
So
wow.
it's really awesome. They're very supportive, and they just can't wait to see me out in the TV.
And what are some of the works by your favorite journalists that you really like, and that you'll always, something that, like, a specific article that you were like, oh wow, this is amazing.
Yeah, I really like, I read this book by Jorge Ramos a few years ago. And he was pretty much just talking about like an anecdote being in the border, going out to the border and reporting on immigrants coming to the US. He focuses a lot on minorities and undocumented immigrants. And I really like his work that he did back in the day, because now it's been changing. But regarding like his work in his earlier days, I really admired his work.
Oh, nice. What are some of your favorite classes so far that you've taken at Cal State Long Beach?
I really liked Campus Connection, which is, I
Mhm.
believe it's the 482 class with Elizabeth Sanchez. She's actually from here, from San Diego as well. She's
Yeah. I remember
amazing.
I took her what's called the news reporting. No. The one that she does with the news writing.
I think 311 or
Yeah, I
3,
think it was 311.
311, I think. So I really liked her class as well. And it's pretty cool because I used to watch her here, because she's also a reporter in Channel A CBS. So it
Mhm.
was really cool to see her in person and her being my professor, because I would see her right here when I would be at the gym in the treadmill, and I would see her out in the TV.
Oh,
So it's
that's
like, whoa.
funny.
But I really liked her class, and I feel like I learned so much about working with the cameras, doing the audio, the voiceovers, really learning how to package a story
Mhm.
and creating a reel, because that's something that I'm gonna have to do in the future, to put all my work and send it out to the networks, and
Mhm.
in order to get a job. So that's something that I really liked. Also, Todd's 418 class. I really like that one.
Mhm.
I mean, most of my classes that I've had in journalism are been very fun. It's something that I enjoy doing.
Mhm.
And yeah, everything. I feel like I've loved every single class, even though it gets stressful at times, but I
Yeah.
just love all the classes that I've taken so far.
Has any of your reporting style, has it changed since the pandemic?
It definitely has. I've been doing Zoom interviews, which aren't my favorite, because I don't get that really like, hands on going with my mic and my camera, my whole equipment pretty much. And there's also the little delay sometimes. Sometimes my network's not the best and it freezes. So
Mhm.
there's little technical issues that we have here and there with Zoom, but it's our new reality. It's something that we have to get used to, and there's no going around it. So we're staying safe, which is the most important thing. But yes, I have had to modify my style of reporting, and I have done a few pieces outside of Zoom,
Mhm.
but it's been very like precautious, like 6 feet apart. I have to get like a wired mic to have them on their clothing,
Mhm.
and it's just been a whole different concept that I have to do and go around it. But it's been
Okay.
pretty challenging.
And then for those pieces, what were they on?
One of them was about this edible company that I did. I learned about it. I learned it was the first Mexican owned cannabis company, and I did it on that one, which I still haven't finished because I still have to find another source for that one. So I'm still have that one on hold.
Mhm.
But I have different ideas and pieces. Sometimes I interview a person, and then you need like 2 or 3 other sources in order to create a package. So I still have some of my stories like frozen until I find other sources as well. But in the meantime, like while we're in quarantine, I'm still kind of like my mind keeps on going, and I'm thinking of ideas, thinking of stories that I would want to do in the future.
Okay. And then as far as hobbies, is reporting, would you consider that a hobby of yours, or do you also have other hobbies as well?
I definitely would consider that one of my hobbies. I'm such a foodie, and I just love going out to like different restaurants, trying new food.
Mhm.
Before the pandemic, I would go to if I would find a restaurant on Instagram, I would go and with my friends, and we would go to all the way to Orange County, Santa Ana,
Uh-huh.
Sunshine, LA, from San Diego, just to try like I don't know like a good taco spot or
Mhm.
good sushi spot, and it would just be something that we'd like doing, something safe and something fun.
What is your favorite food?
Oh, that's a hard one. Being myself, ooh, my favorite food. Let's see. I would have to say sushi for sure. Sushi always hits
Sushi.
the spot.
What is your favorite spot to go to for sushi?
For sushi, RB Sushi. All you could eat. It's here in the area, Rancho Bernardo,
Mm.
and it's so good. The shrimp tempura, the dragon rolls are heaven on earth. Delicious.
What are some of your favorite spots in San Diego?
San Diego. Well, I would have to say RB Sushi. It's here in San Diego as well.
What about for like anything else?
Anything else? Um, there's this famous pineapples that they put like Maui chicken and rice. It's called Chicken Charlie's. It's here also in the area. And they also have it when we have the Del Mar Fair. I think there's the Orange County Fair, if I'm not mistaken, over there in that area.
Yeah.
So it's pretty much a stand like that, but they made it into an actual restaurant, which is all the desserts and all the food that they have in the fair. It's like into a restaurant. So I like going there as well. They have really good food.
Okay. And then when you and your friends do go and try new foods, is it ever like, do you ever have like a routine or like a tradition? Like with my friends, if we go and get sushi or ramen or any Asian food, we always have to get boba or like something sweet after. So do you have like any tradition or anything?